Hey, my loves, come on in. This is a fresh light code. This might be a fast video. We'll see. It's going to be the first time I bring it through. I'm excited. Thank you for being here. Let's give everyone a second to come into the room. Yay, come on in, come on in. A singular light code for us. Now you know how the light codes go. They're a little complex. They have layers, if you will. There are some layers to the light codes. But I hope you love them. I hope they help. If they don't resonate, then that's okay. They're not for you. I would never expect a light code to resonate with everybody. Everybody. Because we're all so unique. And there are so many different dimensions that we can access truth through. Okay. So, this is going to be referencing the term karma. We're going to reference it very loosely. I'm going to try my best to explain what I'm talking about. Sometimes light codes will trigger a little bit of shadow work, as in you'll realize that you could maybe approach things a different way after you hear a light code. And when I say a different way, I mean in a way that resonates more, in a way that resonates deeper. A lot of times what these light codes will do is they're going to remind you of the light within you. So I come to you with light codes, and then the light code within you also activates, and then you know more. You have a more open mind, you have a more open heart, and your approach shifts. But that means that we have to choose to be differently to really let that approach truly shift. And the experiencing of that differentness is an exhilarating experience, and for most of us, that's what causes us to continue to want to do that shadow work, because we are really shifting and changing and improving and feeling better about our lives and just keeping on doing it. And there are lulls. Spirit gives us breaks. Spirit gives us breaks to really integrate, rest, have fun. All the things that we need to experience, that we're meant to experience, we will. We will. It's divine. It's divine. As long as we don't get too much in the way, we only try and take about 50% control over things. Not too much. We're in a co-creative reality. We want to leave room for the universe to respond. And just a friendly reminder, as you move forward on a path that is in alignment with your soul, manifesting your soul's purpose, or with the intention to manifest your soul's purpose, I want to remind you that your soul's purpose is also moving towards you and manifesting towards you. And sometimes you need to rest, but that doesn't mean life is not coming towards you and moving towards you anyways. So just remember, even if you're moving slowly, that which you want to manifest is also moving towards you. So you're not alone in this. In fact, that which you're wanting to manifest is also seeking you out. Also seeking you out. And if it doesn't feel that way, then maybe it doesn't actually resonate what you want to manifest, and that's okay. We're shifting and changing and growing every day. And so, of course, maybe we're going to update how we like things, what we want for ourselves. I support that. I can hold space for that. I try to hold space for that in myself too. Take a deep breath. I see we've got some more people in the room. Thank you for being here. Okay, just breath through some older light codes, just to get us into the moment and get us into the vibe and get us into spirit. Thank you for holding space for me. So, in a way, this video and this light code is a continuation of the sovereignty talk, a continuation of respecting other people's well-being and respecting other people's karma, and not projecting or attaching our needs or expectations onto someone, because that can really serve as a disrespect to their spirit, and can also serve as a putting yourself into their karma when you don't need to be. Okay? Ooh, we might go deep with this one. Hi Luna, I'm so happy that you're now a member on my website. I hope you love everything that you've got unlocked for you now, my love. Lightcode. Alright. So, first I'll start with something that I've kind of said before. You don't know what someone else did in their past life. You don't know what energy they might be balancing out in this incarnation, because you don't know what they did in their last incarnation, in their last life. So they may be balancing out some grand energies, and as they work through the more difficult components of their personal shadow work and energies that are like going on in a spiritual warfare within them, we do not necessarily have to interject ourselves into their karma, so to speak. As in, we do not have to make the conflict, that's the spiritual conflict that someone is going through. We do not have to make that about ourselves, because it is not. Okay? Someone is going through a tough time and maybe even projecting onto you something that is not making sense because it's not accurate. Take a step back. Have some compassion. You might be experiencing someone having a dark night of the soul. And we all remember our dark night of the soul, where we started trying to blame someone else for why we were not feeling good. We can all remember that component of our shadow work. Guess what? We're beyond that. We understand that. But now the other people in our lives are going to be going through that. Okay? So when people start projecting onto you and going through some kind of spiritual warfare, and you really keep trying to make it about you and make yourself a victim to it and put yourself in it, I would advise against that if you can. You can still hold space for someone and love someone and not entwine yourself into the karma that they're working out. You don't have to if it's not your karma, and you can still love them and hold space for them in whatever way works for you. Because there's another analogy I brought through in another live, and I'm not sure I saved that live, so I'll give it here. It's like, imagine a story of two friends that are locked up, and they're buddies, and they've been buddies since forever. And one of the friends gets offered to be set free, but he would have to leave his other friend behind locked up. And that friend has to deal with it. Do I stay with my friend? Do I stay locked up so I can stay with my friend? Or do I choose freedom? And after much self-deliberation, he chooses freedom. What we, the audience, find out watching this story is that the friend that stayed locked up actually committed much worse atrocities than the one who got set free. And that's why he wasn't allowed to be set free. But the friend who was set free did not know these things, because that friend kept it a secret from them. This friend who got set free did not even know how that person truly deserved to be locked up, whereas they did not. So it's so good, while they did not have the context and the understanding and all the facts, they went with their spirit. They went with their spirit. In the end, spiritual warfare. Do I sacrifice my own freedom for another person's comfort? Do I sacrifice my own freedom for another person in their karma? Or do I continue to fulfill my soul purpose? And maybe they meet me there. Take a deep breath. Because I think if we can keep our hands off of people as they are going through their karma and hold space, rather than be really victimized and then give them the extra effort of needing to like be accountable for what they've done to us and all that, like just kind of get ourselves more out of the line of fire. They can go through their shadow work, and then we already know what happens at the other side of the shadow work. The self-awareness, the raising of vibration, the feeling more secure, the feeling of more comfort, the knowing of needing to set boundaries. And so hopefully they get to that point, and then when they get to that point, you're totally going to understand, and you'll be there for them. And it's great. That's why I'm big on like not burning the bridge with someone who you know is like working out some kind of karma. They must have, who knows what they did in the past life that they're working out. But once they work through it, the karma's cleared. Once they work through it, the energy's balanced. And then when the energy's balanced, they upshift. And they meet you there. Or maybe they upshift beyond you. Whoopsies. All that time focusing on someone else's karma, you could have been working on your own life story. Whoopsies. So don't get too distracted. Don't escape your own life experience. And what I mean by that life experience as a spiritual teacher, I'm just talking about what you're feeling in your soul, emotionally, and the mental tension, your well-being of all those regions, your spiritual well-being, your emotional well-being. I care about that. Kitty, thank you for those kisses. I'm sorry, I didn't say thank you right away. I love you. Thank you very much, and I love you. And you're really cute, and you love you, and I love you, and you're so precious. So I can feel how after sharing that, we feel a little more lighter about what other people's experiences mean about us. What another person's luck, blessings, whatever they're experiencing, how it doesn't actually mean anything about us. I bring you into sovereignty with me. Okay? It's the same thing that your success doesn't mean anything about anyone else except you. What you choose to do with your life. You're the one who has to deal with those consequences. So who you choose to take advice from, take all that with a grain of salt, even mine. Because I don't have to live with the consequences. People who give you advice don't have to live with the consequences of the advice they give you that you end up taking. You do. So consult Spirit. Spirit has to live with the consequences. Thank you for the kisses, Kitty. Oh, she's so cute. So Kitty likes the light codes. I'm gonna get some Kitty vibes real quick. She's here. She's happy. She's kissing her mama. Or she's cleaning me, one or the other. So as the people in our lives are people that we witness, as we start to see them go through the signs of shadow work, dark nights of the soul, as we witness them going through profound spiritual experiences that are theirs. It's their experience. And I want to remind you, it has nothing to do with you. Something that they picked up from you could have triggered it. Something you said could have triggered it. Something you did could have triggered it. But it's them who got triggered. It's them who have the shadow work to do. It's their issue. Spirit used you to activate them. So, have compassion at this time and try your best to be empathetic rather than empathic. Try your best to be compassionate and empathetic and not take it too personally as people go through these more... Ooh, I'm sorry to move you so quickly, my loves. Kitty view. Okay. Much better, right? Yeah, I agree. Much better. Hands off another person's purpose. Don't interject yourself and start telling the person all the things they did that hurt you. Give yourself space. Because they're going to keep going through it. Whatever you say, whatever info you try and put in, whatever data you try and put in, while they're going through that experience, it's just going to give them more shit to have to process. When you went through your dark nights of the soul, you put yourself in solitude. I don't know why this next wave of people are not understanding that they need to go through dark nights of the soul and do shadow work in solitude. Like, I don't know why this wave of people are like walking around having dark nights of the soul and like walking around amidst profound moments of shadow work. Like, I don't know why. Because the first wavers, like, we were all in the hermit card mode. Like, we were we're all inside, like, becoming illuminated in a safe space. But I'm not really seeing that with the next waves of people. I'm definitely seeing it be a little bit sloppier expression of the dark nights of the soul. And it might have to be a more public experience for this next wave, so that the first wavers that are around can hold space for it, can be compassionate for it, and maybe show other people how to be able to do that for themselves. Please don't forget where you came from in terms of your spiritual growth. And the beginnings were very challenging, from seeing the world and seeing life and seeing spirit and how you are and why your life is the way it is as one way. And then realizing how much the power of affirmation and the power of visualization is, the law of attraction, the law of reflection, manifestation, the power of meditation, the power of finding your inner peace, the power of a deep breath, of the Qigong, of all the cool things that you've introduced to yourself that have brought you into this place of truly feeling like an expression of your spirit. You don't remember the beginning? When it was just like parts of your life felt like they were being ripped away. Felt like you didn't like yourself. Hey, you still might be in that, no judgment. Felt like your life is a lie, or you need a whole new job, a whole new husband, a whole new, I remember. It still happens small scale, but not as bad as the beginning was. Just stay alive, my love. Just try your best to stay alive through these emotional shifts and get yourself out of the spray of people who are going through their dark night of the soul, and step back enough and distance yourself enough so that you can hold space and be compassionate and empathetic for those who are going through a tough time spiritually, and maybe also being compassionate and empathetic with yourself, or if you know being around them will hurt you and you do not put yourself around them. I still recommend taking care of yourself as a priority. Spiritually, I'm here as a spiritual advisor. I recommend making that a priority. Not doing anything of detriment to your vibration right now, because the grid, the quantum field, the fifth dimensional quantum field, really, 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 really is thriving because of those of us who choose to keep our vibration high amidst a reality where other people are just figuring it out. People are going through dark experiences, and we still have to choose to hold a space of high vibration. People project onto us, expect things of us. We have to exclude and seclude ourselves for safety sometimes, and carry crystals and rocks and sage ourselves for additional protection. Put runes on our mirrors and all the things. Astral travel to century the location before you go. All these things we do. We're in a higher vibrational plane now. We are protected at a greater level. We have to do less effort in terms of the little protections, because we're in the etheric plane. The etheric plane has moved up. The plane that was of our spirit guides has evolved, and we've evolved into the plane that our spirit guides used to exist in, the fifth dimension. So now there's an innate sense of protection within the self. So definitely listen when your spirit is like, back up, baby, back up. When someone's going through a moment and your spirit's like, back up out of this, back up out of this. Don't include yourself. Don't put yourself in this. If you put yourself in this person's sight, if you give this person data, they're going to put it in to whatever they're going through. Like, know to start to read the signs of someone else going through a dark night of the soul and shadow work, so you can give them the solitude they need, rather than continuing to expect them to hold the role that they used to have. I know it sucks. Most of us didn't have anyone to cater to us in the time that we were going through our shadow work. Maybe we did. That's awesome. But we probably didn't. Probably had to go through it alone. But that's not the case now. Okay. We have been through it. We do understand. We can hold space in a different way. We can move ourselves away and create more space if needed. Because ultimately, by keeping ourselves healthy and high vibrating, who's out there? Who's out there? By keeping ourselves healthy and high vibrating, that's doing a good for all. It's doing a good for all. because the overflow of your energy field goes out into the quantum field and fills everybody else up. The ideas you have, the way you speak when you're aligned with the heart, this highest vibrational way in your soul. You're coming through with that Christ light energy. You're coming through as a healer. You're coming through naturally. Your vibrations just uplift. And sometimes your vibrations just trigger shadow work. It's a particular time that we're in. We're such beautiful beings as earthlings. Heavenly soul in an earthly body. Truly incredible how we are getting to experience this planal shift, dimensional shift, an evolution. We're the only ones who are experiencing this a lot while we're alive. People will be born after the shift, and people die before the shift. So they incarnate after the shift. But we're actually alive during the shift here. It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. So know that the shadow work and the growth, it's going to happen in layers so that our physical body can acclimate to each new layer of vibration and each new layer of energy. I love you and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us. It's hard right now to be like, ooh yeah, abundance, following my dreams, planning goals, career goals, art goals. If you're able to, you will find you feel quite satisfied. Listening to your soul in a cosmic energy like this, you will find that it is doubly satisfying. You will find that it is doubly satisfying. Listening to spirit at this time and doing the things that feed your soul. So do that. All the spiritual discipline, all the mental discipline, and all the things you've ever done and do to keep your vibration high, now is the time to do that, and it will again doubly help. It will flow with more ease. We have experienced a shift. The cosmic energy is of a different vibration. And so all of us, all of humanity, is experiencing a different version of reality. Those of us who have been pre-cooking, preheating our vibration, shifted and really had very minimal issues. And we're still feeling the discomfort of that rebirth, embodied rebirth. We're still feeling it. But other people did not preheat the oven, their vibration at all. So now they're in a new vibrational cosmic energy, and it's not compatible with them. And they're being forced to make it all make sense. But that's not our fault. That their karma is worked out, so they have to go through that. And we are tasked, perhaps, with holding a space with them for a moment or another. Some things are moments where we can learn how to give ourselves space away from them. Other times it's moments to show a person empathy and compassion. Take a deep breath. So yeah, that shadow work does get ugly sometimes. I don't think we were expecting to witness other people's shadow work in this way. So I send lots of love and strength to you. And if you're going through painful shadow work, I love you so much. I hope that you keep staying alive and keep taking care of yourself. I'm proud of us. And I love us so much. I love all of us. I'm excited for us. I'm a little nervous because I know I still have some growing to do. I know I still have my own personal shadow work to do. I bring through a Lightcode like this and I'm like, oh no, who's going to be projecting their karma at me? Oh God. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me not worry. Because in the end, I just need to stay aligned into my knowingness that I am moving forward of a high vibration with spirit. And if spirit needs to align me with someone because of whatever reason, I'm going to get in front of them and I'm going to stay spirit so spirit can do what spirit needs to do. And then I'm going to stay spirit so spirit can move me away or move them away or do what spirit needs to do. Kind of going along for the ride in a way. If spirit takes me there, spirit takes me through, and spirit gets me to the other side. It's great. Just no more at one point giving up on spirit. Especially when it gets to the most uncomfortable place, giving up on spirit. Not recommended. Take a deep breath. You're never alone. It's your soul, and it's your innate inner connection to source energy within you, and there's your connection to Mama Gaia, and there's your connection to the universe from the cosmic energy. As well, all humans, we are all connected via the quantum field. While we each have our own personal energy field, all of our personal energy fields exist in the same quantum field, and we're all connected. We're all connected. Take a deep breath. We're all in this together, even if we're in a different vibration or dimensional experience, version of reality or timeline. We're all in the same quantum field. Try to keep the sparkle in your eye. Try to keep a spark in your soul. Try to keep a pep in your step, even though it seems ridiculous, because by keeping the high vibration and the light on in your heart, you may be the little bit of inspiration that someone needs to keep their day going. You might be the little bit of reminder that someone needs of what it looks like to just live your life and be happy. You might be the inspiration or even just vibratory influence that someone subconsciously needed to assist them in finishing out their day in a way that hurts a little less. Only do what feels right. Only do, when I say right, only do what feels in alignment with spirit. Only do what feels truly in alignment with spirit. And if you feel like a dead body trying to do it, if you cannot bring yourself to do it, it may not be in alignment. But always, try if it feels right. Just start trying. Once you start moving the energy, you'll know. So that's my light code. I hope it helps. If you're new here, my website is lovesteadylife.com, just like my tag, Love Steady Life. And there you can book a reading with me. You can sign up for a guided group meditation. I have 2 a week. You can also sign up for a membership. With a gold membership, you take all of my meditations for free, and you get access to all of my articles. You also get access to some cool things with a silver membership. And if you don't want a membership, you can still buy each one of my articles one by one. All the links are on the homepage of my website. I also have a free article on the homepage of my website, Tough Love for Adult Empaths. So if you go to the link in my bio or click lovesteadylife.com and scroll until you see the words Tough Love for Adult Empaths, those light codes are for you if you identify as an empath and you think that's a bad thing. Okay? It is for adult empaths, that article. There are also some other complimentary resources on my website. I hope that you love them. If you don't want to buy a whole article and you don't want a membership, you can still read excerpts of each of the light codes of most of my articles, so I hope those help. This has been really nice. Thank you for holding space for me. Thank you for the validation in the comments. Thank you for the love in the comments. I love you guys. I appreciate that. Yay for us. Yay for us, we're winners. Yay for us, we're winners. Winners. Me. I'm glad I got it out. Goodness gracious. I'll be back again soon, okay? I love you. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful evening. Keep taking care of yourself. I love you. I'll be here for you, so just keep tuning in. Subscribe to my YouTube, Love Steady Lifestyle. My Instagram, Love Steady Life. My website, you can make a free membership. And then if social media ever gets... you can still get the light codes there on my website. And life is good. Bye, my loves. I'll see you soon.